Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm back for real this time. I'm going to be posting 4 times a week, so make sure y'all subscribe and tune in. So today we're going to be doing a 2x6 closure install. These are one of my favorite installs, and the foundation is the most important thing, you guys. So make sure your braids are super small and super flat. So on every install I do, I start the first braid and I make that braid the anchor braid. I like that because I don't like the lumps in the braids, so I make sure that all the braids go straight to the back and I have an anchor braid. So here you're just going to see me complete the anchor braid. And this braid is so important, so it's not so much tension when you're looping the braids up. After you finish the ankle braid, you're going to come back in and go ahead and do your second braid. And I bring the second braid all the way to the back. So not like some people stop right here, but I keep going all the way around. And you just make a line straight back going all the way down. So I'm going to just let y'all watch me complete this braid and finish the braid down. And then we're going to get into the closure. So her braid down is complete. You guys see her braids are super duper flat. We're going to take a tan cap no matter what skin tone your client is. I like to use a tan cap because makeup comes in all different tones. And I like to use the even spray. I don't like to use the gel that much anymore. I do sometimes depending on the client's hair texture, but on Chelsea I decided to use just the even spray. While letting her cap dry instead of sticking her under the dryer, I just went ahead and started sewing in her bundle. So by the time I sew in the second bundle, her cap is already dry. And I do like to sew the tracks on top of the cap. It's a personal preference. Some people like to use a net cap, but I feel like it's both the same. So you guys just gonna watch me sew in this first bundle, and you want to make sure the bundle is super flat and make sure you are sewing it tight. Not tight where it hurts the client, but tight enough where the tracks are not loose and the tracks are actually stand onto the client's braid. done sewing the second bundle in, let's go ahead and get into doing the closure. You're going to need makeup for one, so you want to use a skin tone that matches your client's skin tone, or like one shade darker. I tend to go one shade darker just because it looks better for me, and it tends to matches a little bit better. So you're just going to put the makeup on her cap, and once you're done doing that, you're going to cut the cap, and you want to cut it as close to the hairline as you can, but stay right in front of the hairline because you do not want to get glue on your client's hair. So here I'm just getting the extra cap that I don't need, that's not necessary, because I want to be right above her hairline, like not way above her hairline because then it's going to look like it's on her forehead. So I like to be right above the client hairline. And now we're going to use our first layer of glue, and you want to do 3 layers of glue when you're doing any install that pertains to using lace glue. And you want to smooth it out really tight. I don't know if that's the right word, but when I say tight, y'all, like kind of put the comb in your client's scalp. You get what I'm saying? Like put it in the scalp, like make sure that the cap is melting into the scalp. You really don't want to see the cap. That's the tea of it all. You don't want to see the cap. So this cap got to blend in the skin. The cap got to blend in the skin. So y'all, when I bleached this closure, it turned red. I was terrified. You hear me? I'm like, what the freak am I gonna do? But it turned out to be okay. So now you're gonna just cut all this extra lace off of the closure, and then you're gonna make sure that you cut the hairline of the closure too, if that makes sense. I'm gonna show y'all, but make sure you just cut all the extra lace off. You don't want it to be lacy, and you want it to look like scalp. That's the tea. You gotta look like scalp. You can't have a closure around here looking like a wig. Like, that's not tea. So you're gonna cut this part off, and that's important. Do not skip that part because that's gonna make it look like scalp in the front, and you don't want it to look like a closure. So this is how it should look once you cut both of them off, and that's how you want to lay every single closure, whether it's a 2x6, a 4x4, or whatever. Now we're going to blow dry this glue just so it'll stick a little bit better the first time. We're going to put the closure on and let it melt. gonna melt with the lace band. So make sure you have a lace band. No matter what type of lace band you have, make sure you have a lace band. You need it. Like, just the same way you need a hot comb. I tell you all the time, you need a hot comb, you need a lace band. So the lace band is gonna melt it into the scalp, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about when I take this lace band off. This is Kendra Boutique lace band, but this is not her hair. So it's just one I have in my drawer. So now we're just gonna sew the closure on, and I'm gonna let y'all watch me while I do this real quick, and then I'll come back. So y'all, I'm taking the lace band off, and it still has the lace on it, but look how good it looks. Like, look how flat it is. Look, like, watch when we cut this lace off real quick. It looks so good already. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It's already giving tea. And I do like to go in and cut this extra cap off, so like if the client want to flip her hair back, you don't see all that cap. Like, I don't like that. So I do go in and I cut the cap off, and look how humpy that closure is. That's not cute. So yeah, we're gonna take the hot comb and we're gonna hot comb it down before we put some mousse on it. But you need a hot comb. You can't do hair and you don't got a hot comb. I say that all the time. I'm gonna say it in every video. You cannot do hair without a hot comb. And I like the hot comb that you put in the stove because it get hot. Like, it do the job. See how easy that closure going down? And just wait until we put the mousse on it. Look, it's gonna look too good, I promise. Like, it's gonna look too good. And Chelsea, this my girl. Y'all see she just talking to me. Like, we just be talking and laughing. But now, y'all, I'm putting the mousse on, and this is gonna do the job. When she go under the dryer and she come back out from under the dryer, it's gonna be so flat. I'm not gonna have to do that much to it. Just flat iron it a little bit, put another hot comb to it, and put my little slick stick to it, and it's gonna be, look how flat that is already. Just look, like, it looks so good. So make sure y'all don't skip this part, like, and y'all gonna see I'm gonna put a cap over her head as well, so don't skip that part. Now she from under the dryer, we're gonna put her makeup on, and just a dab. Like, you don't want to put too much makeup on it because you don't want it to look cakey. And you can't forget the even spray. The even spray, and put it right back on the lace so it melts it. You're gonna put it back on because we gotta put the band back on. So put the even spray on the lace and it's gonna remelt it again. So now we put her band back on. And now when we put her band back on, we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes and then blow dry her and style her. the cap that I was talking about, the cap that you put on with the mousse. And when you put this cap on, you're going to sit your client under the dryer, and it's going to work miracles. I might tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie. And watch how this cap change your hair game. Go ahead and blow dry her, and you cannot style hair without blow drying. Do not style hair without blow drying. You have to blow dry the hair straight. Curls, straight, crimps, wand curls, whatever you're doing, make sure that you blow dry your client's hair first, and blow dry it straight, because if you don't, the style is not going to come out right. That's just a tip that I could give you. Flat iron her hair real quick, like she's getting just a bone straight look. And I use the Babybliss Flatirons. These are my favorite flat irons by far. I'm gonna put everything in the link, and it's gonna be in my Amazon storefront, everything that you need from this install. So make sure you go purchase, and make sure you click the link. Y'all see that? It looks so good. Now we're just gonna fix the part a little bit, make it real straight, and do a little dibble and dabble. And I'm gonna put some mascara on this, so y'all, just because you want to make sure that part is really, really clean. Like, it looks so good. Like, look how flat that is. It's yes, I love it. So make sure you follow all these steps, and this one last step that I'm about to show y'all is super duper important. Put the black spray away. Throw that black spray away, and whatever you do, use mascara. finish with the slick stick. Like, that's gonna get all the flyaways away and take. So I use a little bit of the slick stick, not too much because it will make the hair oily. So you just want to use a tad bit and hot comb that in there and flat iron it in there, just so it's like still super flat. So I like the hot comb. The hot comb is my thing. That's my girl. Like, that's my right hand man when it comes to doing hair. So of course I hot combed everything in. And the same thing I'm gonna do when I show y'all the mascara step is take the hot comb and just blend it in there. But look how, y'all, just look how flat it is. Like, this is what you want your 2x6 closure to look like. It's supposed to look like scalp, literally. So Chelsea closure was not over bleached, but the mascara is just gonna make the part a little bit straighter. So sometimes you use mascara for like incidents, like if it's over bleached or whatever, but as you can see, it's not over bleached. Her knots actually turned red, so this is how it came out. So we had to work a little miracle on the knots turning red, but it turned out to be actually great. It actually turned out to look really good. And you just gonna put the mascara right where you want it, like right where that part is. So y'all, this is the finished look. I think it looks great. Write in the comments what y'all think. But I'm back 4 times a week. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. And we are back in full effect.